Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you would like to get an awesome new PC, you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so tonight we got something a little bit different. We're going to be building one of these Thermaltake snow PCs. Don't ask me to remember the model number or anything. But that is this little guy here. So this case was described to me. This customer said, I want the Stormtrooper case. And I went, oh, I know exactly what case you mean. You don't have to tell me any more information than that. Just Stormtrooper case. I know exactly what case you mean. And here it is. So we're going to be putting this one together. I will not bury the lead here. So we have a Galax RTX 3080 to chuck into this build tonight. So I don't know if you've seen this one. This particular card actually has RGB fans on the graphics card. So pretty cool. We'll check that out a bit later. So we're going to be putting it all together here with the MSI Mag B550M Mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. We got. Nick's excited to see this one.
Yes,
yeah, so this one means that Tim has to like make sure that the cable management is just like chef's kiss good sort of thing. Because we've got glass on both sides, so there's no hiding the cables. So like I said, we've got the Mag B550M Mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. We've got ourselves a Ryzen 5600X CPU to pair with that. We've also got a Crucial P2 NVMe SSD. This is a 1TB. We've also got a Crucial BX500 2TB SSD. We've got 16 gigabytes, we've got 32 gigabytes of 3600 CL17 memory. This is the Trident Z RGB memory. We've got some Thermaltake case fans and a Thermaltake cooler to go with our Thermaltake case. So who have we got here? We got Drew and we got Phillips. This is Phillips' PC, so he's going to be the most excited person in the comments right here tonight. Yes, that's it. So putting Tim to the test here tonight. No, that's fine. Like I said, I normally do cable management in such a way that it's easy to work on if you have a problem. So I don't like to use a large amount of zip ties and make everything absolute picture perfect out back, because it means it's really hard to work on if anything goes wrong. And considering fans are something that, like, you know, happen to fail because they got moving parts and all, yeah, it generally works out better. But in this case, we are definitely going to have to make that look really nice on both sides. So without wasting any more time here, we're going to get into it. But we're also going to talk about one thing that both me and Philip both didn't realise through the whole process. We did not have a power supply included in this build. Neither of us realised it was not on the invoice, and when I place my orders, I just pull up the invoice and I go, right, what's on there? And I just check off the list. And I just didn't notice that there was no power supply there. I don't know why. Philip didn't notice either.
Yeah, lucky I asked a question. Where's the power supply?
Yeah. I thought it looked a little bit light. But anyway, we're going to be using our trusty Thermaltake RGB power supplies. It's going to go with everything here tonight. So look at that. But it's just going to be a temporary one, so we're just going to sort of plug this in and do the bare minimum with this, because I'll be swapping it out tomorrow with Philip's actual power supply. So now we know where we are with that. So if you're wondering where the power supply is, yeah, that's where the power supply is. It's still a wholesaler. Alrighty, let's get started. Let's have a look at this motherboard. Let's see what we get here. So this motherboard here retails for around the $190 mark. Alrighty. So here it is, MSI B550M Mortar Wi-Fi motherboard. So why is it an M? Because it is a micro ATX board. So let's go around and we'll point out some of the features. So we've got 8-pin CPU power there. We've got direct touch heat sinks on our MOSFET VRM and co-processors. We have a CPU fan header. We don't have a fan header hidden up here in some silly location, so I kind of like that. So first fan header is up here. We've got dual channel memory here. We've got a sneaky little 5-volt RGB header hidden right there next to that RAM slot. Then we've got 2 more fan headers, total of 3 so far. Our 24-pin ATX power for the motherboard. Fan header number 4. We have our USB Type-C front panel connection. This case does have USB Type-C on the front panel. We have our horizontal slots here. So we've got 4 SATAs, and we've actually got our USB 3 in the horizontal position there, which can either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the case. Ooh, I think it'll be fine for this case. We've got 2 SATA ports there in the vertical position. We have our front panel connections. We have our speaker header here. We've got 2 USB 2.0s there. And what have we got here? We've got some voltage selection pins, it looks like. There's no jumper there on the board, but they are to be put into different modes. We've got another 5-volt RGB header there. Fan header number 5. A 12-volt RGB header. Front panel audio connections here. And it's like we've got, that'd be a Thunderbolt header. Then we've got our clear CMOS header, and obviously our CMOS battery there. And so all the audio capacitors are these little gold ones here. All the audio systems are on that part of the motherboard. And around the back here, obviously the audio as close as possible to those other systems there. So around the back here, so we've got surround sound audio. We've got Sony Philips digital interface, which is the optical audio out, so you can plug it straight into your soundbar or whatever. We've got obviously our line in, our microphone, and our line out. So around here we have a USB Type-C and a USB 3.2. We've got 4 USB 3s there, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. We have a PS2 port there. We have a flash BIOS button, and we have a display port and HDMI port there. Neither of them will actually be in use for this build, so I might even put a plug in them right now. Save me doing it later. Yep.
Says most cases look like glass and Philips. My missus just accused me of having a lovely case sitting me when your missus with the build.
There we go. And so all that we haven't spoken about now is just what's in the center here. So we got this little sneaky header over here. So this is the Trusted Platform Module header. So you hear more and more about them with Windows 11. We have 2 M.2 slots here. We have our X16 PCIe slot, 2 X1 slots, and this bottom one here, X16 length, but only connected X4 the way along there. And also we've got our chipset here, which is under this thing here. So this is where the B550 lives. And that pretty much sums up all of the main components of the motherboard there. So we can turn our attention to prepping that board up. So start with the first thing that's in the pile, which is our M2 NVMe SSD. So NVMe stands for Non-Volatile Memory Express. Yeah, great, isn't it? So yeah, just a load of fun, these PC names. Where is my screwdriver? Here it is. Alrighty. Well, let's actually remove the plastic strip heat pad. That might be advisable. Okay. Got our 1 terabyte NVMe SSD installed. So now we'll turn our attention to the CPU. So we actually get a cooler with this CPU, but we don't actually need it. So we're just going to take the CPU. Oh, we got a little go faster sticker there. We don't need the instructions. I'll put this with my big pile of AMD CPUs, coolers. Alrighty. So this will be the last generation of AMD CPUs that have pins on the bottom of them. Oh no, sacrilege. We'll just raise that bar, line it up, and it just drops in place. Just like that. Alrighty. So now we'll install our memory. So obviously people call this RAM, and so RAM is technically the little chips on the sticks here. The sticks themselves are called DIMMs. So they've got the little divider halfway. That's why it's a DIMM. Not because it's on both sides, but because of that little divider. Alrighty, so we're going to utilise this slot here first. And this one here second. There we go. And so now we've got most of the things on our board prep, we can sort of turn our attention to the cooler. So for this cooler, like, one thing I noticed about this case when I was just reading through the specs, they list it as only being able to mount a radiator on the front. However, I don't see why you can't mount one to the top. And my preference would be to mount one to the top, in all honesty. That's my personal preference, because I'd like the heat from the radiator to be expelled out the top of the case. I don't want it like blowing back into the case. So usually if I can install it at the top, I do. So the only thing I can notice is that the bolt holes at the top, they're not the same as the ones at the front, which might make it difficult to mount some radiators. But let's just set it up as if we're gonna mount to the top. Or why don't we just test it out before we even do anything. Why would you not mount this? See, these cables, there's no reason why they have to come where they are. So why couldn't you do that? Ah, I see. So you can't, we're not going to be able to do it at the top because there's physically not enough room between the top and where the top of the motherboard sits. So couldn't we do it at the top like that? But then you'd have to make an incision probably. One way to give it to me. Yeah.
That's a nice case. What would a case like that cost?
This one's around the 250 mark, I think. Yeah, and then you're not going to have room on the top. Yeah, no, we're just not going to be able to do that. That's a little bit of a design oversight, I would say. But we're just not going to be able to mount the radiator up there. We're gonna have to front mount that radiator, and then we'll have to do the fans at the top. As for all these cables, we'll give you nice long cables. This is so you can make sure the cable management is done right. You can route everything around the same way. So they'll get fed like probably they put the ties there, so they're anticipating most of the cableage coming down and around. So that looks like they really give you one pathway here to run your cables, realistically, if you want to make it look nice. Sorry, I'm just looking this case over in terms of like how I'm going to build it, what order I'm going to do things, and which way I'm going to route the cables. Alright. What?
I was just looking at the case and you know that the plane in Star Wars where they fold, the wings fold up.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. Because the doors, they open.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of looks similar. It's more like a spaceship than a stormtrooper.
Hmm. So...
Also, they made this in pink.
So I don't think there's any need, with this case design with being so open, I don't think there's any need to run fans sucking air in. As long as the fans are all blowing air out, it's going to be drawing air, cool air in from every direction through the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's
got all this open, like...
Yeah, it doesn't, it really does not matter here at all. So we can mount...
On either side is open. There's all this open bits here.
Okay, so what nonsense do we get? Oh, we get Thermaltake nonsense cables. Love it. I bet they've got another controller in there for me as well. Oh, do you want to see something? I got something to show you. This is a big box full of Thermaltake RGB controllers that are not needed. I have no need for these, like, at all. Like, you can have them for free. Come on, take a dozen. And look what we get to do now.
Add another pack to it.
Look at this. Alrighty. So let's get all this out. Okay, so we need to get rid of that Intel bracket and replace with our AM4 bracket. And now we are going to have to replace the back plate. Oh goody. My favourite. Okay. Okay, so we get this plate here, but when we do it for AM4, we really have to put this special little thing down. So, you need to put this square down so that there's no contact.
Oh, is that what that thing's for?
Yeah, so they go down like that, around that square, and stops those bits of metal making contact. And then once we do that, then we have our standard mounting kit that we've seen a million times before that we use for Intel and AMD. So for this one we use the larger size holes.
Hey, Tapiri, Tim.
Hey Tapiri, how you going? Good to have you with us.
Good evening.
This is a little bit fun, this one, because it's like it's not the usual case that people order. I like doing these ones because it's like something different.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing all of them because I just like computers, so. There we go. Okay. And there we go, we've got our backplate prepped for AM4. We can go ahead and slide that on, just like that. And we've got some little feet that can go down. Yep. Tonight it's Philip. So Philip's local, he's going to be picking this one up tomorrow. He's mad keen. He wanted to pick up today, he had to go to Mount Cotton. Grab some other stuff. But would have been a stretch getting it done today. Okay, so let's put a little bit of thermal compound down. Okay, well, we haven't screwed these fans down, we'll do that quickly. He's going to fall. Okay, so this is directional, this one, so we have to have it a certain way. What I might do remove that.
Tim.
Yeah.
Nick says, how do you turn Chris? Oh, a stormtrooper case?
Yes.
He knows exactly what it is. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Hey, Mick. Tim.
What?
Nick says, take the plastic off.
There'll be a running joke as if like that was my problem. People who don't know will think it's something that I screwed up. was just like, yeah, this is going to be good. Okay, so now we've got our cooler mounted and we've got our board prepped. So we can now turn our attention to this case and what we're going to do with it. So oh look, and we're going to get another Thermaltake controller. Yeah! Sweet!
Just what you wanted.
I know.
In the dreams come true.
I know. Okay, so it looks like we've got a couple of little glass doors on the side here, so we're going to get rid of them as well. So they swing out and it looks like they lift off. Yep. Okay, so having a look around the back there, you can see we've got some room for some SSDs. So I think we'll probably use this one that's right at the back. I think that would look neater. So all we need to do is just undo this bolt. And then we can install our 2 terabyte SSD. And what size thread's that? Not that size.
Tim,
Yeah.
it looks like some definitely mad kids in it, that's for sure.
Yep.
Don't blame me. I would be too.
Yep.
Can I have it now? Done now?
This is gonna
What
look.
about now?
This is gonna look sweet. Like Philip was like, oh, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to afford that case. I'm like, yeah, we can make it work. You're getting a 3080 build. You may as well like the case.
Well, yeah.
So there is our SSD. Two terabytes of storage. Head of the game. Still a lot of people with hard drives.
Hard drives are stupid.
Alrighty, well, I mean, I know it's not the power supply that we're going to use. I'm going to have to redo it tomorrow, but that's okay. At least it's got RGB. Does it have the right power? Yes. We can power a 3080 with this. But oh no, it's only 650 watts. Does it NVIDIA say 750? Oh no. What will happen? It'll blow up. No. I'd be a little bit concerned if I had a 5950 or an i9 or something like that in here. But with a Ryzen 5600X, I'm not really that concerned. Look at this. Test power supply is going to feel like it's a real power supply. Don't worry, you get to go back to your easy life soon. This is just a one night stand.
Next is the 3080 will park it before it slides out of the PS.
Oh yeah, don't. That's just Mick with his. Mick's got some bit of banter in him.
He's a Radeon now.
Yes. You should go grab that thing that Mick would really like downstairs. You should do it.
Tim.
Yeah.
Philip says the secret is I'm hiding outside now, picky. Is that what I heard outside?
Oh, stalkers. That's a bit concerning. Okay, so we're not going to worry too much about how these power cables look tonight. We're going to worry mainly about managing all of these other cables.
Nick says, oh, do tell. Lots of PC parts.
What's that, sorry?
Oh, Nick, he says, oh, do tell, that's downstairs. So, lots of PC parts.
You grab the thing that Mick will really like downstairs.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes.
Just a sec, Mick. Okay. Yep, that's going to be our configuration. Alrighty. So, what do we reckon? Like two just like that, I reckon. Because of the open plan case that we've got here, we don't really have to worry too much about the orientation of our fans.
This is what the fan says.
You might want to just leave it up here.
diagonal. Yeah. Phillips says the 851 is hiding under the carpet there. And he says, oh yes, quality right there.
Yes. Well, I'm excited because it's the first 6900 anyone's ever ordered. So I don't just buy like 6900s just to like play with them for the weekend. I'd love to do that. I wish they'd send them to me, but I'm just not that big a deal.
Philip says, I hope she gets paid well for a one-night stand.
Yeah, she'll like it. I'll make sure she likes it.
Oh,
She's gonna.
Oh no. Nick says you'll have fun with it, mate.
Yeah, I reckon it will. I reckon it'll show up my my Rob Strix 3080, I reckon. But not when we turn ray tracing on and DLSS on and all that stuff.
Yeah, whether she likes it or not.
Yes. Yep. All right. Let's lay her down.
Tim,
Yep.
Philip says don't be too concerned. I'm a good stalker, I promise.
Oh, because we've got this. Oh, look at. I love this. I love it when I can install a micro ATX motherboard and I don't have to worry about moving the offsets. But what do I do about mounting this radiator?
Don't know.
Do I? Oh, man.
I swear to God that those front panel things come up. Don't pull it. Oh,
Yes.
broke it! Oh no!
All right. Okay. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. This is gonna be a whole bunch of fun, actually. Now, turn it back upright again.
Pull the other side.
They just pop out. They've just got those plastic clips. It's nice and easy. We've got 3, 5, 10. 10 screws there that I can see that need to come off, plus another 6. So it looks like 16 screws. And that.
So whenever you count things, it always makes me think of the count from Sesame Street.
Okay, so let's just get the paint. We're just going to get the paint over right now and start with this because it's going to have to come off to mount this radiator properly. So let's just get that pane out of the way.
So
Yep.
says you just parted with some money, didn't you, Nick? And Nicholas says, what are we building here? A spaceship?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Alright, so we've got a couple of different size bolts here to keep track of. That's always fun.
So
I like that.
Nick says, get screwing, Tim.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, there's more screws. Okay, so these 3 are for the hinge bracket. You need to remember that they're for the hinge bracket.
You're gonna forget.
No, I've got these bolts in like organised groups.
Okay. Let's see.
See how much faith my wife has in me? Just warms your heart, doesn't it?
Love you. Oh, jeez.
Alright, now I've got the same screws to take off on this side. And then the whole thing just like collapses. Yeah.
This is the time when you electric screwdriver.
Yeah, but I don't know how much quicker it really would be, because these screws, like, they're not exactly long. It would probably take me roughly equal time, and there'd be a increased chance of me slipping and scratching the case. Right, these three for the hinge. Off. Oh, okay. And now we've got some more bolts. But I don't think they even meant to come out. They're both rivets. Nah, I just have to make do. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna make do. I'll be able to do this.
There's not enough room for the cat on the table. He's a very hungry cat right now.
Okay. All right. Okay, not that size bolt. Yeah, no worries with that USB 3 with the horizontal orientation there. That's going to be pretty good to plug in.
If that motherboard didn't have like an I/O shield that was built in, what would you do?
You just leave it as is. Because it doesn't matter. The I/O shield's just there for show. Oh man, I'll never forget that guy on Marketplace, eh?
No, report you.
Report me for what, man? Selling a computer without an I/O shield?
Unsafe for people.
It's not, dude, it's not there for anyone's protection.
It's made out of metal usually, like that's conductive.
If we were insulating it, it would look different, trust me.
Makes it
Yep. Mate, it was... I'm like...
It was a second-hand PC.
Are you trolling?
There was no I/O shield for it.
Yeah. It's like, so what do you want me to do, mate? Do you want me just to chuck this computer in the bin? You just bin it? No I/O shield, or I guess that needs to be recycled.
No.
And last one. Okay. Alrighty, so looks like I have those fans around the wrong way for how that's going to be orientated. Could we do it like that?
Could you maybe put like the top one at move that fan? No. Hang on.
No, let's look at the graphics card. Let's see how this is going to fit. Let's not backtrack after the fact. So we're going to unbox it early, yay! Yeah.
So does an in-house Thermaltake design case, which they've nicknamed attack helicopter, looks nothing like any attack helicopters I've ever flown. I do prefer their ST nickname.
Yeah. Okay, so we get our RGB bar there.
Tim.
Yep.
Makes sense you grabbed the wrong box and it should be a red box there. So.
Ah. So I know the card itself will fit. That's not the issue here. The issue is these cables for the
I knew you would push it.
we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it. We'll have to mount it this way.
I do like that box though. It is pretty cool. What's with the design in the middle?
That's just like their logo or something.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if we when we put this graphics card in, we're not even going to be able to fit the hoses to run them down the bottom. So it's going to have to go that way. So that's fine. The graphics card will go in like that.
The fans are going to have to go on the other side.
No, it'll fit. That'll fit. Yep. We'll just get everything else in place first.
Should have gotten one more RGB fan on the other side of that cooler so you can see it moving on top there.
Yeah,
Do you have one that you can just chuck in?
not another Thermaltake one.
I don't think it has to be a Thermaltake one.
But I'm getting a new power supply tomorrow, so I just pick up another one. Yeah. I think Philip will probably go for that.
Because he'll look at the front of it and he'll be like, I can't see any RGB at the top there through that little front panel. I know that'd do my head in.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, we got one, so we could put one on, and you wouldn't see the one at the bottom anyway. Yeah, let's just do that. It doesn't need any more fans, like, out of necessity. Can I feed some cables through to you?
Yeah.
Just these ones.
You didn't need me.
Excellent. Got one more.
Bloody hell, I just sat down.
So these will be down through here.
I'm helping, I'm not twisting those things that you don't like. Twist tags. They're not fucking anymore. So many cables.
You seen my long batteries? A long screwdriver. can you hold the radiator for me? It's very, very fiddly. Yeah.
So I missed what I'm going for. I was eating.
I could put an extra fan in here at the front if you wanted an extra one. I don't think you really need it. Oh, you gotta come down a bit.
I see.
See where that screw is. Screw should be poking through. Is that even screwing into that?
No. Oh.
I don't think they're long enough.
What, the screws?
Yeah, I need longer screws. These look like the same length though.
Oh shit. Hang on, I had it in the wrong slot. I had it in this one.
Oh.
Move it away. Yeah, that's actually going in this time. That was my bad.
It doesn't seem like it's tightening though.
It's going in, right? Do you have one that has like a little thread or something?
No.
What about those silver ones?
No, they're not. They're not the right ones.
So I'm not really helping. Can't see the other side.
No, this is not going in at all.
Is the screws that came with the cakes?
I didn't
Because
see.
surely there should be like bolts that would fit it.
Well, you would think so.
Where's the box with the cakes?
I'm going to try a different brand of bolt here. It's all good. I got another bag. I got another brand of bolt, and this is working. It's just long enough.
You wrote it down?
Pretty much.
What are you doing that?
Yeah.
So I think we'll be fine without it.
Yeah, I think with just this one at the top, it will look fine. Okay. All right. Seriously. There we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. Come on, you bastard. What's that?
It says, do you have fans facing out here? He says, yeah. He's doing that with all the fans, I think.
Yeah, so they're gonna look brighter inside the case. You won't see it.
Philip says I was getting worried you didn't know how to put things in holes for a minute there.
Oh man.
Nah, I think he's figured that one out.
Sweet. I got the screw in.
Yay!
The radiator is mounted as best we can. It is a very tight space. Now,
Now to remember how it goes back together.
mm-hmm.
So, Mixer's lucky boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is the fun part of doing this. It's all of these random bolts.
Every time you spin that around, the cat's like, ooh, cables.
He likes the thin cables, but he's scared of the power cable.
Mm.
What's the go?
I don't know. The power cable looks more like a snack. I don't know.
Okay. Now we've got a whole heap of little ones to do up. Alrighty. Getting close. Should be only 6 more to go. Yeah.
Next to there's a lot of the pressure at the back.
Yep.
Tim.
Yeah.
Mix it. Fill it, sorry. It says maybe if someone picked a normal case, random bolts would be easier. Sorry, Tim.
Nah, that's alright, mate. That's alright. See, I think I'd blow my brains out if I built the same one every night.
Yeah.
So.
It's good for a change.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have a whole heap of cableage to deal with. Look at all this mess. So all of that is fans, plus this. Then we have our front panel cables. Okay, so we will require a few zip ties here for this one.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. I'm actually going to use these annoying things because I might have to redo this, changing the power supply. No, didn't do it properly. I'm going to pull this thing over here and then wrap it around. Huh? No. Wrap it that way. Whatever. So I'm going to put all these power cables over there because we're going to swap that power supply out. These are essentially the cables that we're going to be dealing with.
Tim,
Yeah.
Phillips's consider my order for one per night for the next month then.
Oh, so now we want to start daisy chaining all these up. So I will need Thermaltake to not that one, that one's trash. This one. Go. And our last one in the RGB daisy chain. There. Alrighty, so we've got our fans, we've got our RGB, and we've got our front panels. It's starting to look a little bit more orderly out the back here. Okay, as for these front panel connections, what are we going to do with them? So I reckon realistically, we could probably tie them all back, something like that, and we'd still be able to plug everything in. I'm pretty confident. I'm going to put one around it just to tie them back like that. Right when I could use some light, I don't have light. Alright, so what have we got? We've got 2, 4, 5. Oh, those screws go through that. What I'm looking for is fan controller. Because I think this will probably look neater if we use one of these. All right. Then we can just plug in our fans out the back here, and it will be easier to keep it all nice and neat. Molex cable on here. That's okay. It can just plug in here for tonight. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to look sweet. Where did I put those? Seriously? Oh, here. So you get somewhat of the idea. We're just bunching all of our cables together into nice, neat, directional line of power all the way along. And then obviously, if anything fucks up, we have to remove all of these zip ties and redo the whole thing. So that's why you don't see me like go to this length with the cable management for an ordinary build. You'll see me use as few zip ties as possible and doing it the easy way, and there's good reason for that. So let's get our cables crossed here. Yeah. I'll let you know. Very good. Okay, so the RGB is installed. Pull this cable down. to run that cable back up the top there, but that's something we can do. We just follow the same line so it stays nice and neat. Okay, so let's go and temporarily plug these other things in. So no, fuck it, I'll do it the right way. Oh no, I'm gonna have to pull the board away to do the CPU power cable. Oh, haha! We're doing it the easy way tonight. Look at that. That's how you plug in your CPU power right there. Mick will get a laugh out of that. He'll find that amusing. Yeah.
Looks so sharp now.
Yes.
It'll do.
No, well, I mean, see, the thing is, I have to put a new power supply in here tomorrow, so why would I, like, yeah, do it twice? Yeah. There we go. So we should have a SATA cable in here. Yeah. What size? What?
Power supply machine.
Oh, I think we're going to go on 850.
What have you got now at the moment?
Oh, this is just a 650. And yes, it's going to be fine for the 3080. They just do a recommended power supply, and they always go big on that because they don't know what CPU you're going to have, what case configuration you're going to have, how many fans, how many storage devices, memory, other RGB, other cooling. Yeah, they don't know what you got, so.
Nixon's heaps.
Heaps. There's the other side. There we go. It's looking like a stormtrooper again. Alrighty. So now, realistically, all we need to do is plug in our graphics card and eventually plug a SATA cable in. So, how are we going to mount this graphics card? It doesn't really matter, I guess, because it's all going to come out tomorrow. As long as it looks half decent, it's fine. Sweet, and we don't have a massive 888 pin 3080 here or anything, so we are utilizing the first two slots here. Yeah, I mentioned it before. See? Measure twice, cut once. Okay, so let's plug some juice into this. Oh. Since I'm using so many zip ties tonight, what's another zip tie? Alrighty. So it looks a little bit naked without its top on. Need to put the Stormtrooper's helmet back on. I think these big bolts went on this piece here on the side, didn't they?
But there was also big bolts on the glass panel.
Yeah, these ones.
This is looking good, mate.
Yeah, mate, it's all coming together. Oh no, if I put these on like the wrong way around. Or if I just have the glass the wrong way around. Yeah. No, that's right.
Teflon, is that how you pronounce that? It says, yes, that case is awesome. Philip says, I'll give you an extra $1 for the zippies.
Nah, it's all good, mate. Nah, that's not right. Nah, they're on like the wrong way around. Of course I did something wrong. See, they fit. Fit and the bolts lined up. That was enough for me. What?
Just laughing at me.
Come on, I did all right. You were saying I was going to stuff all sorts of stuff up when I was taking out all those bolts. I've exceeded expectations here. Don't break it.
Mixes up. I was getting all excited too.
Alright, I think that looks a bit better. That's better. Look at that. So, got everything plugged in.
Tim?
Yep. Hey, how you going? Good to have you with us. Sorry I don't check the YouTube comments as often as Facebook. Okay, let's fire up. How long have we been live for? A couple of hours, yeah, pretty alright. Still got a little bit of work to do on this build tomorrow, but that's okay. Yeah, you press the on button just a second.
Uh-oh.
Now, Windows USB. And we want to plug in a display port. She's all yours. Not getting hot at all. So we could probably overclock this CPU if we wanted. But let's run a benchmark here. Alrighty. So we're at the point of the night where we do a stress test. And so we've got a 650 watt power supply here. If you consider that everything else other than what we're seeing here uses about 150 watts, you can see that we're still well under that 650. And even if we stress the CPU as well, you can see that it's still not getting to dangerous levels where we have to worry about running out of power. Even with the 650 watt, even with a 3080, even with a Ryzen 5600X. Okay? So this is, if you needed proof, if you were worried about power.
5950.
Oh well, that uses a bit more power. You'd probably still just be right. But yeah, like, you could 550 you'd be pushing it. 650 is okay. I'd still rather 750 or 850 just because the power supply would run more efficiently under load. So when you're actually gaming and stuff like that, it'll be like sitting at 60 to 70% utilization, and it'll be really efficient AC to DC conversion, and that'll have a positive effect on your energy bill. Not a huge effect, but it will have a positive effect. If you're running multiple PCs, yeah, definitely adds up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight. Like, I'm just gonna run this. I'm probably not even gonna run this for the full amount of time because this is an open case environment. I just want to see this running for like half an hour or so, and that's probably as hot as it's ever gonna get. So all the RGB on the card's working. It's on like a color shift mode. So as you can see, the graphics card itself has RGB fans. If you're wondering what card this is, I'll hold it up again. So this is the Galax one-click OC RTX 3080. So Galax make the most expensive 3090 card on the market. It's called the Galax HOF, or Hall of Fame version.
The HOF.
The HOF, yep. HOF, not HOFF. So, yeah, the HOF, or the Hall of Fame. It has, yeah, it's all white. It has triple 8-pin power connectors. Yeah, the crown screen on the side, yeah.
It is pretty cool, but it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I know.
But I still kind
But
of
that's the point. That's the point. It's meant to be too much. So yeah, as you can see here, nothing's even looking like it's going to get to 70 degrees. Looks like the CPU hit 70 degrees when we were gaming, as you can see there, but it's not really running that hot now.
Tim,
Yeah.
this is the flight sim base, so hopefully it performs.
Yeah, mate, you'll have a good time with Flight Sim with this.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Any lagging you're experiencing before on other hardware, you can say goodbye to that. I just wanted to feel how warm the radiator is getting. Yeah, it's doing its thing. Yeah.
It's not too long.
No, it's meant to get warm.
There's heaps of the airflow around it, so.
Yeah. Yeah, just got some cables to like fix up and issues with like temperatures or anything like that. So yeah. Well, look, I might actually leave it here for tonight because I'm going to be back tomorrow during the day. I'm going to have a lot of follow-ups and stuff like that. We've got a repair. I got a basic office PC to build. I'm going to see how far I throw it together. So it's nothing special. So I'm just going to slap that one together and get that going. And we've got a computer with blue screen issues and stuff that we're gonna. And then obviously we'll be completing this one, and then we've got another PC build for tomorrow night. So more fun stuff to come. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.